everyone. This is Dr. Sherry Tenpenny, and I want to do a quick update about a document that got passed by the United Nations this weekend called the Pact of the Future document. It's two parts, one on science and technology and one about the youth and future generations. It is quite egregious, and it was done by a procedure called the silence procedure, which makes it a pact, and if no one objected, it is automatically adopted and put into the record as being completely adopted. This is the World Health Organization's runaround, or end around. Since they were not able to get the World Health Organization treaty passed, they decided to take it to the General Assembly, and it is even more egregious than what the World Health Organization was wanting to get passed. Let me just read you something really quickly about what is inside of this pact that is now being accepted by 193 nations around the world and equally open-armed accepted by our current administration. It says that this is the power structure of fully digital and maximized for the control of the masses. Everyone will be expected to have a biometric digital ID that marks them not just as citizens of an individual country, but as a global citizen. So anytime you hear global citizen or anytime you hear sustainability, think that this is an egregious thing that's happening at the level of the World Health Organization and the United Nations. Anyone that has a dissonant opinion will be labeled as misinformation, disinformation, or malinformation and memory hold. Perpetrators for unapproved information will be fact-checked and punished by the system, which will be operated and enforced by artificial intelligence. Punishments will include being locked out of one's bank account, being unable to make certain purchases, unable to get on an airplane, on a subway, drive on public roads. This is the future, according to the world's self-appointed overlords at the United Nations. These are unelected bureaucrats that are making decisions about our country, our sovereignty around the world. Nothing could be more important at this point in time than to get prepared. Have water, food, digital access, flashlights, a way to communicate with family and friends. Now is really the time to get involved and get prepared, because this is what's coming. Our Congress is sitting on its hands. There was a press conference on the 17th about this, and no further action has been taken. So it's up to us to mobilize and to go forward, particularly with your local sheriffs, to get your constitutional sheriffs to say, this isn't going to be allowed in my county. Thank you very much. Take action. We've been talking about the onset of one world order, one world government, one world religion, one world money for a long time. Well, it's no longer coming. It's here.
Yeah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. All praises and all honor and all glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and do well, to the elder apostles in Connecticut, to the bishops, the priests, the teachers, the evangelists, and the four winds, preaching in truth and sincerity, risking your lives more now than ever, the hopeful elect, the elect, Shalom, to the Israelite foreigners whose phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel through your father and have come back to the fold. Shalom to you sisters, you Akwathium, who listen and learn under your husband, which is your spiritual leader, with meekness and with silence. This your brother Aram Yahawada with the lesson. And this is, as you can see, things are starting to move, and it's going to be I did a lesson a while back ago. So it is evident, right? So it's going to be past evidence. It's going to be in your face. So like the lady said, it is here, right? And what is here, right? That Revelations 13 is here. And that deceive them that dwell on the earth, right? Esau, Edom, right? The self-proclaimed so-called white man is the one who deceived them that dwell upon the earth by the means of those miracles, right? part of that that miracle is deceiving people to thinking they were of other tribes, right? Claiming to be the Greeks, conquering the Greeks, putting on the Greek name, you know, conquering the Romans, putting on the Roman name. Those are those things that people, in a sense, it was like a miracle, right? Also, what them transforming themselves in the time of what is it called, the Balfour Declaration. That's a miracle. Transforming themselves into an angel of light. That's a miracle, right? Right. So it says, 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 13, for such are false apostles, right? There's, through Christianity, through Catholic, Roman Catholic, right? At that, they came up with their false doctrine of the scriptures, right? Right. Deceitful workers, right? Using it, they were called the Jesuits and all this other stuff, using ways to if there were sincere so-called believers, they would find a way to use Jesuits, priests, to creep in there and basically corrupt the program, right? Right, by false means, right? And transform themselves into apostles of Hamashiach, right? Saying that they're of Hamashiach, right? And then also they set up, during slavery, they set up so-called other men that were so-called slaves, which are actually real Israelites, right? Not only them pretending to be Israelites, they set up real Israelites and call them the Goyim, and then had them go out and preach the false ideology or an image of our Lord into that which is of leprosy, right? And now you could read Acts 10, and that all of a sudden Acts 10, when it speaks of men, you should call no men unclean. They turned that into saying you could eat any amount of food just long as you pray over it, right? Now everybody can be saved, right? Through this plantation Christianity, right? These false apostles, false Hamashiachims, right? And no marvel for Satan, which Satan means adversary, right? Satan's not an actual man down in hell, which there's no such thing as hell besides just being the grave, the right, or the condition that you set forth that you're going through on earth, right? Which Satan, right, the self-proclaimed so-called white man, being your adversary, being your enemy, being the accuser of the brethren, right, which is the Israelites, you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, right? That's Satan, right? The self-proclaimed so-called white man have called himself what you wish, right? Israeli, right? Satan himself transformed into an angel of light to call themselves what? Israelites, or not even Israelites, they call themselves Israelis, right? So to call themselves Israelis, right, is basically Satan transforming himself into an angel of light, right? Yeah. So Psalms 82 and 3, defend the poor and the fatherless, do justice to the afflicted and needy, right? So judge it right to those that are afflicted and needy, man. Those that are poor and fatherless, man, right? like you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, because that's ultimately what it's talking about, right? Right? And it says, deliver the poor and needy, rid them out of the hand of the wicked. And they can't do that because they're the wicked, right? The Jewish, the Israel, right? Right? The Jewish, right? It is the wicked. So he ain't gonna rid us out of his hand, right? This is the time to put a greater grips of his hand, right? By the digital all, right? Right? That's the thing that's coming. The charagma, the karax, the engrapho, right? Now it's more than evident than ever, and it's gonna be at your front door, right? Matter of fact, it's already happening, right? It says they know not, neither they understand. They walk in darkness, right? All the foundations of the earth are out of course, right? And who's ruling the world? The earth is given into the hands of the wicked, right? He covered the faces of the judges thereof, right? And the judges, right, are the Israelites, man. Right? The foundation of the earth are out of course. I have said that ye are gods, right? So we can't be talking about the so-called Jewish people, right? Because they're not poor, right? They're not under a great confusion as far as knowing what's going on, because they're the children of this generation. The children of this world and their generation is wiser than the children of light, is wiser than you Israelites, which you Israelites, the Lord said that I said ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High, right? But because you sin and you operate under the shadows of Esau Edom, because he ruling this earth, and this whole earth and this the way it's ruled is out of course, right? You're consumed with gross darkness, right? Because no one else is ruling this world but the self-proclaimed so-called white man. He's on your dollar bill, and he's pretty much on most of these dollar bills around the world, right? A great share of it has a picture of an Edomite, a self-proclaimed so-called white man on it. If you go to of course, America, you got Canada, England, Spain, Portugal, pretty much all them European states, right? You got was it Australia? And then even a lot of these so-called Chinese people that they have in there, a lot of them were mixed in with Esau, right? these so-called what do they call these so-called people who say that they're Egyptians, but we know that Egyptians are the people in Sudan. Tall. The Egyptians were very tall. So how the hell are you the Egyptians, man? Right? They're very tall and dark. You know what I mean? Very tall and dark-skinned people. So how the hell are you the freaking Egyptians, man? None of this makes it. This is the place that's called gross darkness, man. That's you people. You're not understanding, because the earth is out of course, right? But you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Indian, you are the children of the Most High. I have said ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High, but ye shall die like men, and fall like the princes, right? And fall like one of the princes, right? Because although these so-called Edomites are kings, and you set up the Moabites and the Ammonites and the Elamites, you set up all these people up to be king. They die, man. But there's gonna come a time and a point and a place where the Lord is gonna he's doing it now. He's raising up the elect, and once once the thing is in full effect, the elect is not gonna die. So you have called yourself, right? Yeah. So just Job chapter 9 verse 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges there, and the judges are the Israelites, which are so-called black men, right? So-called what you call nigger, right? What you call so-called insignificant, right? Because that's who the Lord's raising up, those insignificant people that who you thought were nothing. Guess what? Ye are the sons of the living power, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, right? Right? So who covered the judges? Because it tells you what the Lord looked like, right? The Father tells you in Daniel 7 that the Father has hair pure wool. So who is that they say is God? I remember they used to show those movies with that little old ass white dude with the glasses. I used to like those movies, and he would say he'd go through a thing and play God. I forgot his name, but it's older white gentleman and shit. And he would say that he's God. I used to like those movies. But hey, when you now that you know the truth, the dude walked around playing the role as God and didn't even have a beard, man. It's crazy. He was a pale, hey, because the scriptures say that leprosy is a sin, and not only did he have leprosy, the dude had no beard. I mean, you mean you didn't transform yourself into an angel of light, right? You had the whole world fooled, right? Especially your own compadres, man, the ones who don't know nothing, right? Because you elite, no, right? That's just madness, man. Absolute madness. This is he the earth is given into the hands of the wicked and the self-proclaimed so-called white man, according to Malachi 1 and 4, is the wicked, right? And we'll have to get that too, just to run it through, right? Just to let you know, because Esau, Edom is the wicked. The wicked covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, and where, who is he, man? If it ain't the self-proclaimed so-called white man that covered the faces of the Israelites and gave you another Hamashiach, right? That's like what Paul said. If anyone come preaching another Hamashiach, let him be a curse, a double curse. Which that's what's gonna happen to you, man. The Lord said, "Hey, fill to her what she gave to you, and fill to her what double, man." Right? Yeah. So this Malachi, I'm gonna go 1 and 2, right, and then I'm gonna skip down to 4. It says Malachi chapter 1 verse 2, I have loved you. Right, you so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. The Lord has always loved you. He will never stop loving you, right? Thus saith Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, yet ye say, wherein have thus loved us? Right? Because you in the ghettos, the vadios, the reservation, the self-proclaimed so-called white man is ruling over you, and then he's about to come down with great wrath, knowing that he got but a short time. It ain't gonna look very good, right? It ain't gonna look like, where's the love at with all the pestilence, the diseases that's gonna plague this earth, without all the famine, not being able to eat, right? Unless you get the karagma, right? And even then, it's gonna give you a grievous sore. It's gonna give you a cancer, and you're still gonna die of the ICBM missiles or your cancer, man, right? So it's the Lord said, wherein you'll say, yet ye say, wherein have thus loved us? Was not Esau, right, the self-proclaimed so-called white man, Jacob's brother? The saith Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau. Let's keep on going. And I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and heritage waste. For the dragon, right, the Roman Empire, right, it collapsed. And of course, it was by the deadly wound that was healed and returned again, because this is what it's going to say, who for the dragon of the wilderness, right? Whereas Esau saith, where we are impoverished, right? What do they call? They were called the Bowers, right? peasants, right? They were impoverished. The Bowers, right, which later on changed their name to Rothschild, right, which owns Israel and a lot of these banking things and own the decisions in order to bring on this digital age that they wanted, the fourth industrial age, right, which is digital, right? But we will rebuild the desolate places, right? And they did, man. They came back and set up Rome, set up Israel, right, through the Balfour Declaration. Said it, made it possible that Satan, which is our adversary, which is the enemy of the Israelites, got up very high, put us very low, and said they were the Israelites, or basically, sort of speak by saying that they're Israeli, or you wish that they're the children of light. Technically that's what they're saying. But the earth was given into the hands of the wicked, and obviously that's them. There's nothing but the whole world is perpetuated in wickedness, right? So we're gonna keep continuing. We're gonna prove that, right? It says because they said they were gonna rebuild. We are impoverished. We will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai of hosts, which means armies. They shall build, but I will throw down, right? And that's coming to the World War III, that you're going to get thrown down. You're going to get thrown down all over again. And this time, you're never going to rise again, right? Nor son, nor nephew, nor, what it says? The Lord said that it's going to be a day that burn like an oven. It's going to leave you no root, nor branch, man. You're not going to have any children. You're not going to have any, you're not going to have a lineage anymore, man, upon the earth. Right? Obadiah 1 and 18, man. So, plain and simple. So it says, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness. This is Esau, man. The self-proclaimed so-called white man. So if the wicked rules the earth, who if not, and where is this guy, man? Because there's no way in scripture it tells you that Japhet is going to be ruling the world. And Japhet is the hand of the wicked, and he's ruling the world, and he covered the face of the judges. That's not in the scriptures, man. You niggas calling the self-proclaimed so-called white man Japhet, you're going way the hell off, man. And the Lord, that's why a lot of you gonna get the charagma, man. You're gonna get put to death, man. You're playing a game that's really unto death, man. Right? It's not a game. Right? What was that? I can't even think of it. Fuck, I ain't gonna worry about it. But that movie, it was pretty popular. That little show. And they were playing a game, but they were actually dying in that month. You know. Shoot. Man, I can't think of it. Salakia. Let me keep going. Little Chinese. It was the little Chinese movie. Whatever. They had it on Netflix. Can't even think of it. But yeah, when people they're trying to play a game to win the money. Hey, and like they tell you in the world, you play silly games, you get silly prizes, and that's what Esau ultimately is what you're doing. You're playing a game that's gonna be that's gonna be to your detriment, man. And a lot of you other jakes are doing that same thing too. You're gonna play a game and you're gonna get a silly prize, man. Right? You know. So it says yeah. But and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai have indignation, right? Righteous anger forever. Right? And the Lord already said that he was going to make war with Amalek forever. And Amalek is what? An Edomite, man. Right? Because Edom is the descendants of Esau. Right? Esau got his name changed to Edom after eating the red porridge. And his descendants were named what? Edomites. Right? So you're playing a silly game, man. And Edomites are definitely, you know, they were sons of Isaac and Jacob, right? Which will make them Shemitic, right? Right? Or even Hebrew. You could say they're Hebrew Edomites. You know what I'm saying? But they're not. That's why they're Jewish. They're ish. Yeah, something pertaining to, but not quite it, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. So basically, like it says back right here, back in here, second Corinthians 11 and 14. No marvel. See, you can't marvel that he transformed. I mean, he covered the faces of the judges thereof, right? If not, and where, who is he? If he covered the face of the judges, why wouldn't he not say that he's the people? Why wouldn't he call himself Jewish? So the Lord said, don't marvel that he did this, right? No marvel, for Satan himself, right, which is Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed so-called white man, himself is transformed into an angel of light. Yeah, so this is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 12, says, how art thus fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, right? Right? Lucifer, oh my God, Lucifer. He got the horns, and now he's going to be this scary guy, right? It says, Lucifer, son of the morning, how are thus cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations, right? And Esau, Edom, man, yeah, by the blessing of the sword, he went around the earth, basically, weakening the nations by, first by war, and now it's going to be by this economic collapse and war, because World War III is going to happen, right? So I'm going to show you that when it's talking about Satan or Lucifer, right? And you're going to just step down right here, same verse, and it's talking about the same person. If you continue on, I mean, you can read it yourself. I'm just going to skip down to it. And it says 16, Isaiah chapter 14, verse 16, and they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble and did shake kingdoms? So, the Esau Edom is just a man, right? The self-proclaimed so-called white man, which is Lucifer, right? Lucifer meaning the light bearer, which goes into the Illuminati, man, right? It's the light bearer, right? So they're just men. They're the princess, right? That the Lord said you're gonna die like, because they're gonna die, right? They're just men. They got millions and trillions and billions of dollars, and they're controlling. They're gonna die though, right? But the Lord is finna set up the elect of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and we're not gonna die. Some of you shall not taste death, right? That's what the Lord said. Some of you here shall not taste death. Why? Was he talking about then? No, he's talking about in the regeneration, in the reincarnation, and in the time of now, a time of Jacob trouble, a time like none other. As of now, some of you shall not taste death, man. Right? So, is this the man? Right? Someone look at you, say, is this the man that did? Right? It says they shall see thee, shall narrowly look upon, which they're doing that now, man. All the nations are come against Amalek, and everybody's speaking out against Israel, man. Even in their top summits and speakings, top people are coming out speaking out against them, right? Turkey being one of them, right? One of the leader of the president of Turkey spoke out against Israel, right? So it says, shall narrowly look upon you, considering thee, shall narrowly look upon thee, and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble and did shake kingdoms, right? Yeah, that's why the Lord said, and no marvel, for Satan, which is just a man, right? Esau, Edom, self-proclaimed so-called white man, the elite, the Illuminati, old Lucifer, the light bearer, right? Himself is transformed into an angel of light, saying that they're the people. They fulfill prophecy by the Balfour Declaration. They fulfill prophecy, right? Which there's no scripture that says someone's going to sign you a paper. You're going to go through a 1-day war or whatever that madness is that they try to say, and which won the 1-day war because you had World War I before that to get that land. So I mean, you know, so yeah. So I mean, why would it surprise you that Satan, right, which is our adversary, Satan meaning Esau, Edom, will transform itself into an angel of light? Because what, right here, this is in the time of the Maccabees, right, which are these Edomites who Judas Maccabeus was fighting, and they conquered parts of Israel, and it said that they took on our book, they took on our the scrolls, and then in the images that we had in it. And it says, they laid open the book of the law, right? Which is, the Torah, right? Right? The Bible, what you call the King James Version, right? The Torah, the Tanakh, right? Wherein the heathen, right? Which Esau, Edom is a heathen, had sought to paint the likeness of their image, right? So what's new? There's nothing new under the sun, right? So that beast, right? That miracle that they're pulling, one part of it, like I said, the miracles is what transforming himself into an angel of light, right? Deceiving the masses of the people, deceiving the earth to just bow down to that will, man. Not only the sword, right? To that plantation Christianity, to that Serapis Christus, right? Right? Going back to Alexander, Egypt, right? That they were giving people, man, that same old song and dance, right? Just gave it a new name, gave it a J, which didn't exist until Giorgio Trissino came up with the letter J, right? And in the sight, right? Yeah. Oh, which had power to do in the sight of the beast, right? It's NATO, EU, America, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image of the beast, the Roman Empire, right? The legislation, the so-called ways that they pass laws and say that there's a king or a president or prime minister, and you're voting them in, which really is a king, and really that king is really ruled by the shadow government who's somewhere else, because those are just providence. Each country is just providence, and now these countries are really corporations now. It's all about big money business, man. It's corporations now. They're not even countries anymore, right? There's no sovereignty in any of these countries. That's why the lady we just seen. There's no sovereignty. Every 190 something countries, and there's no sovereignty. Everybody has to get down to the Illuminati, man, right? That new world order, right? And this is part of it, right? And say, which in the sight of the beast, and saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image of the beast which had the wound by the sword and did live. See, the Roman Empire, right? They lived at one point in time, ruled, blah blah blah. They came back. You have the Roman treaty, right, which proves that they know that they're those are the same Romans, that they're the Edomites, covering the faces of the judges thereof, who paint the likeness of their image into the books of the law, saying that they're the Israelites, but they didn't do. The Bible is so decoded. They can't. They don't have the spirit to break it down, which is why we have the truth today, right? and he had no, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And that's the time we're coming into, that time of the hour of temptation, the hour of Yaquab's trouble, right? And the time that the elect, you're gonna know that who are my chosen. You're gonna know that the Lord does put a difference between the Egyptian and Israel, right? So all you Egyptologists, you Jakes, and the Lord's gonna put a difference between us and Sa-Netta and Jabari and all these other guys who think it's fun and games, man. You're gonna find out, man, right? And causeth all both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond to receive a mark, right? And that mark, right, dealing with the charagma, right? The karax, the grapho, right? Receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, right? Elon Musk, was it the brain? The brain chip, right? Neuralink, right? Right? And no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, right? The charagma, the crocs, the grapho, right? Or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that haveth understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of man, and his number is 636, which is 666. So with all that, I want to give all praise and all honor and all glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and do well. To the elder apostles in Connecticut, right? To you bishops, you priests, you teachers, the evangelists, and the four winds preaching in truth and sincerity, risking your lives more now than ever, the hopeful elect, Shalom, hallelujah, right? To the Israelite foreigners whose phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel and have come back to the fold, Shalom. To you sisters, you Akwathium, who listen and learn under your husband, which is your spiritual leader, with meekness and with silence, Ababa Ball. Shalom and Ababa Ball.